Do you think that the amoeba ever dreamed that it would evolve into the frog? Of course it didn't. And when that first frog shimmied out of the water and employed its vocal cords in order to attract a mate or to retard a predator, do you think that that frog ever imagined that that incipient croak would evolve into all the languages of the world, into all the literature of the world? Of course it fucking didn't. And just as that froggy could never possibly have conceived of Shakespeare, so we can never possibly imagine our destiny.
I know what my destiny is.
Yeah, but what you're experiencing, as far as I can gather, with all these manifestations of regression and precognition and transmigratory astral fucking chatterings, is just the equivalent of that first primeval grunt. Because evolution isn't over. Man isn't the be-all and fucking end-all. Look, if you take the whole of time represented by 1 year, we're only in the first few moments of the 1st of January. There's a long way to go. Only now we're not going to sprout extra limbs and wings and fins because evolution itself is evolving. And whereas you, through some process of extra sensory recall, might imagine that you were some, I don't know, some 17th century little Dutch girl living in a windmill in old Amsterdam, one day you'll realise that you've had not just one or two past or future existences, but that you were and are everybody and everything that has ever been or will ever be.
Menace Mendoza. Menace Mendoza. Menace Mendoza.
Yo, tracks, I'm killing them. I bust the mic, spitting phlegm, flowing dirty like the River Thames, screaming fuck your life like Gorilla Nems. I kill the track, the bearded silverback. Give me all the gold and silver back. Smell the skunk, stumble drunk, spill the yak. You kill the vibe cause your skills are whack. The fly on the wall, I see it all, I'm watching. Got my eye on the ball, waiting for the giant to fall, receive the call. Hello. Mind how you're speaking, fool, you're weak and small. I take these MCs to school, seasonal like leaves that fall. And God is not appeased at all, unreasonable. Don't take me for fool. Don't do it. Mad orangutan man, chimpanzee gang slang, playing hangman. These man are squeezed at all. Bang bang, keep your cool. The kicks hit like Van Damme, the snare snaps like a bear trap. I don't like being stared at. What are you looking at? Why I got so many kids? Cause I don't like to wear hats. They didn't wanna feed me when my plate was empty. Surrounded by hate and envy. Now I'm on some break and entry. I'm taking everything. Blazing plenty, high grade Jamaican sensei. My kids were brainwashed and turned against me. Now they resent me, heaven sent me, the devil tempts me. My head is heavy, you're dead already. You're dead. I'm piffing on the haze, pissing on your grave in the cemetery. Cementing my legacy, venting for therapy, blazing up the lemon tree heavenly. I hope I get forgiven for my sins and granted clemency. I'm a stoner, it's hereditary. My pop's been smoking since the 70s, and he's nearly 70. Never fear the enemy, weed, beer and Hennessy. Weed, beer and Hennessy. Bill a spliff with half a snout. You man are on some human centipede, arse to mouth, pissing on your parade. The darkest cloud casting doubt. The dogs bark and growl when the wolves start to howl in the darkest loud. Spark the loud, the kush had me passing out. Junkies, stoners, sniff heads and lager louds. I'm spitting like a llama now, and certain shit I can't allow, but I leave it up to karma now. I'm calmer now, no more drama now. Since I got my head fixed, I'm kicking back, watching El Marginal on Netflix.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an experimental record. It's an experimental for me, and I hope it's be experimental for you.
Clear my throat, spit phlegm on the dirty concrete. I had nothing to give them, searching for nourishment, spiritually and physically. Fuck it, let's live then. Dropping cliche bait bars bigger than Big Ben. Looming over London City, she's old and butters now. Used to be young and pretty, it's a fucking pity. Legends die old and penniless, known irrelevance. Television brainwash, controlling all the elements, insulting your intelligence. You fucking divvy, from the London boroughs to the Yorkshire terraces, to the Edinburgh tenements. It's fucking shitty, it's worldwide Morphic Resonance. I learned that from midnight. Vaughan Benjamin, I sit at midnight observing morbid skeletons haunt your residence. Fucking nitties. Kids are shot in 8 balls of heroin, stand for nothing, fall for anything. Situation sticky. Far from marvellous like George's medicine. Another old school reference. You ain't fucking with me. A veteran with cadence and decadence. Mics, I'm wrecking them. When I step to them, it's definitely deafening. Many men are fake as anything. In the presence of God, shaking, trembling, wishing they remembered him. When you let the devil in, you never win. Defiantly death defy. When I bless the mic, I testify. I cried till I had nothing left inside, and I screamed at the sky till my chest was tight. Drowned half my demons in cognac and set the rest alight. I need peace of mind, good diet and exercise so I can rest at night, and some weed to get me high. It slows my thoughts, help me focus more. The overlord with a broken sword, no remorse, but my soul is pure. When it rains, it pours.
With the growth of atheism and materialism, people got rid of God, or some scientists did, but the laws of nature remained there like the ghost of the mind, the God of the world machine. Changeless mathematical laws which determine everything that happens.
COVID lies control our lives. The sheep breed and multiply. Strap your mask up tight. You might die in the streets tonight. Fuck your vaccine. I'm puffing cookies in my packs free, stinking like a grow house in the backseat of a taxi. I wasn't born, my mother hatched me. Played in the back streets till I developed acne. Learned how to strap weed, spliff in my mouth like a pipe to a crack fiend. Struggled through my adolescence, displayed mad aggression. Inherited my dad's depression, that's the lesson. Developing a rap obsession. 09 I was with a murderer, nomad in sessions. Now I work nights in the factory. Came off the socials, these pussies can't at me. If you wanna see me, come scrap me. You ain't on my level, fasty. The wedding cake tastes very gassy. Real skunky, the weed junkie. Rosin from the blood monkey. The devil knows my face and he hunts me. Up and down the country, I never know why. The war is spiritual. 5 times I've seen God perform a miracle. With my very own eyes, the devil told lies. I was never born a criminal. Perform the rawest lyrical. Don't take it literally, it's more subliminal. No clever punch lines, my thoughts original.
If rats learn a new trick here in London, then rats all around the world should be able to learn the same trick quicker, just because the rats have learned it here. The more that learn it, the easier it should get everywhere else. And there's already evidence that this actually happens from studies of rats in laboratories. When lots of rats have learned something, other rats all around the world find it easier to learn. And this doesn't depend on any normal kind of connection between the different rats or the places. It happens because of morphic resonance.
Social exclusion, extruding the truth from illusion. Vocals unusual, unorthodox, unsuitable. Ingest the pharmaceutical, suggest to the unconscious mind that life is beautiful. Grandad knew that he would fail the drug test. His whole life been a slugfest. I told him, listen here, you are old man now, why you still sniffing gear? He told me venison isn't deer, that's a lie. We clashed heads, he made threats, I took the stag's head as a souvenir. Used to roll with a smoky lung, belly full of beer. Drink a dragon stout, puff a spliff, then I disappear. The grizzly bear with the facial hair, trying to find my way to heaven, don't know if I'll make it there. Back in the day I used to bun cheese, punch please, munch ease like sweet. Some days I wouldn't sleep for days, I swear. This time I came prepared, you haven't even made your bed. And if you wanna take it there, okay, I don't care. But don't try to tell me that a circle is a square. And don't come around here Jackanory storytelling. I ain't hearing what you're yelling, I ain't buying what you're selling. If you wanna take it there, I don't care. But don't try to tell me that a circle is a square. Don't piss on my face and tell me that it's raining. How could you be ready for war? You've had no training. If you wanna take it there, I don't care. But don't try to tell me that a circle is a square. Don't piss on my face and tell me that it's raining. How could you be ready for war? I'm done complaining. Trauma on my brain is draining. Serotonin from my brain, it's got me feeling like an alien. Smoking alien cookies, looking Malaysian. That's not a racist statement. Stop instigating racial hatred. I don't care what colour your face is. I've covered my bases. Okay, let's cover the basics. We all bleed red, we all see death. Embrace it. A strange glitch in the matrix. Gunfight at dawn, pistols drawn at 10 paces. Kings, queens, jacks and aces. Council estate kids that'll smack you in your braces. Jack you for your trainers and shot crack to your neighbours. They say home is where the heart is, but my heart is where my pain is. Believe me when I say this, the carnage turns to mayhem. The mayhem turns to madness. The madness turns to pain, and the pain it turns into sadness. Sins of the father got the youngers doing bad. You couldn't bandage the damage. When I read the Shahada, Shaitan couldn't stand it. Plastic gangsters wouldn't bandage. Eat a shit and sugar sandwich. And don't come around here Jackanory storytelling. I ain't hearing what you're yelling, I ain't buying what you're selling. If you wanna take it there, I don't care. But don't try to tell me that a circle is a square. Don't piss on my face and tell me that it's raining. How could you be ready for war? You've had no training. If you wanna take it there, I don't care. But don't try to tell me that a circle is a square. Don't piss on my face and tell me that it's raining. How could you be ready for war?
What I do when I'm writing, I'm putting down my life, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't believe in writer's block, so when I get to the point where, you know, I'm getting slow on the ink, I just put the pen down, then I go back out in the world and live. So, you know, I'm not rhyming, I'm just thinking.
The rhyme's golden, capture the moment. I came from the factory with broken components. Broken. Quit your moaning. Soon as I lit the spliff, I was zoning. Strange fruit growing, reaping and sowing, keeping it going, consistent with the rhyme flow when I'm flowing. Weed in my lungs, speaking in tongues, speaking in poems. It's getting so grim. Heads exploding, flesh corroding, smell rotten corpses in the air. Death approaching. Life ain't a bed of roses, I never chose this. The man in the mirror, get to know him. With God on my side, the devil won't win. He wrote hymns with 3 broke limbs, my dome spins. In a planetary motion, potions and sanitary lotions mixed in the witch's cauldron. Toxic skies, polluted oceans. I'm used to smoking. You man are on a joke ting like Zeus with coking. Keep your eyes and ears open. Prepare for worldwide brainwash. Open your mind, let me pick your brain. My rhyme patterns interlock like different shapes. Yo, you skipped a page, hit the brakes, Mr. Twisted Face. My mind is like a cryptic maze or a trip to space. I fell asleep in my bed, woke up in a different place. Biscotti biscuit taste. You ain't even got a spliff to blaze. Shit for brains. Don't touch the mic. If you ain't got shit to say, then don't say shit. I stay sick beyond medication. Mind corrupt beyond meditation. Psilocybin hallucinations. Speaking in the terms of a layman, returning the payment. I stay underground like the basement. A strange arrangement, don't stay complacent. You the type to make a statement down the Bacon station. You a blatant pagan, Del Boy Trotter, young David Jason. I cop the kush, ink the page like an octopus. In my prime like Optimus. You couldn't see me with binoculars. White rhinoceros, nighttime philosophers. Smoking a stone, no worse than the drugs that the doctors push. On point with the pen game. What's the point, what's the end game? Yoga flame, D.O.T.M. Mendoza know the name, I'm bouncing. 2 foot spliff with an ounce in. Blowing hella smoke, big spliffs I'm sparking. Been high since I lit the last spliff. Sounds dope when the track's mixed and mastered. I take aim, step back and hit the target. You prick, you can't spit, your scripts are garbage. Get disregarded, I spit retarded. Dogs are barking, on your case, giving chase. Pick up the pace, your feet are dragging. Shotters feed the dragon. Nitties keep chasing him, trying to catch him. My mind is cracking, the rhyme is magic. These guys are plastic. I keep the levels high, metal mics attracted to my right hand like a magnet. Your rhymes are lacking substance, substandard, no seasoning. You a pub grub bandit. Bamboozle your brain for the whole evening. I watched man hoover the cane, then I watched his soul leave him. Now you're chewing your face, put you in your place, there's no reasoning. Make sure there's no weak links. Keep it tight like a shoe and a lace. My mind is an unusual maze, an unsuitable place for a beautiful face. It gets deep. 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 They said it came from the jungle. Still trying to escape from the jungle. As a younger man I used to go rave to the jungle. As I navigate my way through the jungle. Total eclipse, words I wrote with a bic while I'm smoking a spliff. Bullseye hit when I spit, I'm legit. Tales from the cryptic. Ship sailing into the mystic. You missed it, I don't sniff shit. Replace the cognac with tea and biscuits. A rebel misfit. Refuse to do the devil's business. And if you never knew the level is this reality? Do I even exist? One eye on the exit when I enter on some next shit, words connecting. Is it worth investing? All this time and energy on this rap thing that I seem to be obsessed with. I couldn't never leave it, couldn't left it. You couldn't write it, I can't fake it. I was never good at lying. I believe in one creator and I never could deny him. Cause I see him every morning when the sun is rising. Devils laughing, angels crying. Young brothers dying, blood puddles drying. The touch of Midas, turning everything to gold. Plus and minus, is it God or the devil in control? I'm not sure anymore. I don't listen to the television though. You'd probably believe it if they told you snow isn't cold. So what's the main agenda? If it isn't dough, it's control. I puff in silence, eyes closed up like I got conjunctivitis. All that white shit will fuck your sinus. Labels don't like us, they don't wanna sign us. You broke the code of silence and woke the giants. Coronavirus, riots, robots, weird science. We're weaker if we're divided. I try to stay open-minded, smoking hybrids. I see the world changing, I don't like it. It's like they're playing games with our brains on some sly shit. Try disguise it, but it's plain to see when you realize it. Theorize it, revise it. They entice us with spy devices on some parasite shit. Moving like a spider might, bitch. I think my mind's sick. They're looking at me like I work for ISIS. Medicate with herbs and spices. Verbal niceness that I bless the mic with. Got so much pain in my heart, but I don't like crying. Spent many days in the dark with no light shining. I'm a lyricist, a wordsmith, bars man. Whack rappers I can't stand. Grew up in a jungle as a young man. Swinging through your open mic cypher like I'm Tarzan. They said it came from the jungle. Still trying to escape from the jungle. As a younger man I used to go rave to the jungle. As I navigate my way through the jungle.
Nothing on my mind, dedicate this one to the grind. I stay humble, harness prime, like fuck the decline. Out for mine to shine, send these shots 100 a time. Break lines, wake the blind, it's in abundance we rise. I climb from grimy streets, take your mic as a finder's fee. Hide and seek, Travis Bickle in the driver's seat. Wide asleep, half awake, trying to keep the target straight. Sharpening the blade when it's time to speak. And that's the cue to start listening. The plot thickening without a pot for the pissing in. Stop whistling, talk is cheaper than hog gristling. It's RIP for your boy, I'm not missing him. The rogue citizen, where you clones ain't got no business in. Best to stay witnessing, the devil plays innocent. You start what we're finishing. I spray militant, chase deliverance, escape the maze that we're living in. Raised on the Ritalin, still I ain't fitting in. Cast as the villain is human life that I'm mimicking. If only to mirror the mankind is sickening. Sin a lifetime of pain in my grave, I'm still grimacing. You should be ashamed of yourself, I got no sympathy, relate with none. From day one, they had it in for me, an insult to injury. They don't know the code of the streets, I only speak to lead my kinfolk to victory.
They said it came from the jungle. Still trying to escape from the jungle. As a younger man I used to go rave to the jungle. As I navigate my way through the jungle. The jungle. Yo, this is my sound. It's that Lab 79 sound. Turn it up, close your eyes now. Don't sleep on it. Yo, This is my sound. It's that Lab 79 sound. Turn it up, close your eyes now. Don't fall asleep, don't sleep on it. Nodding off like I'm narcoleptic. If it's whack, then I can't respect it. You get left in the dark, neglected. I stay deep and I keep it pensive. I love Mary Jane, but she's expensive. It's up to God when I see the ending. I'm nodding off and my dreams are pending. Saw the devil in the form of a demon temptress. Close my eyes and I spit a sentence. All you can do is write it out like a prison sentence. You know what I'm about and it isn't vengeance. Everybody's got agendas. I spat a verse and everybody got offended. So many times in the past, man, I lost my temper. I'm blacking out, I cannot remember. Oh shit, somebody call the police. Penny for your thoughts, cause see, talk is cheap. Close your eyes, but don't fall asleep. Absorb the beat. Catch the bars, of course it's me. I bounce like a yeti when I walk the street. God and devil, good and evil, war and peace, rocks and pebbles, cushion diesel, chalk and cheese. The scene repeats, the beat loops seamlessly. I'm wide awake, but I seem asleep. Yo, yo, this is my sound. It's that Lab 79 sound. Turn it up, close your eyes now. Don't sleep on it. Yo, yo, this is my sound. It's that Lab 79 sound. Turn it up, close your eyes now. Don't fall asleep, don't sleep on it. Nodding off like you're narcoleptic. If it's fake, then I can't respect it. Light my spliff, then I start the engine. It stops being real when you start pretending. Escaping mental prison, my bars are bending. Look to the sky and I start repenting. Close my eyes, feel the dark descending. I see the light, then I start the session. Dealt with my past depression. You were sleeping for half the lesson. Wake the fuck up, class in session. It's a bumpy road, you better pay attention. Absorbing the shock like car suspension. Big up all the fam, too many names to mention. I dance with my shadow, talk to my reflection. The world is going mad, approaching Armageddon. Don't sleep, nocturnal, working the night shift. One spliff turns into 5 spliffs. Rapid eye movement, flickering eyelids, hit the switch. I sit in the dark and write scripts. Been sick with the bars since 9-6. Sicker than SARS when I spit. The scene repeats, the beat loops seamlessly. I'm wide awake, but I seem asleep. Yo, yo, this is my sound. It's that Lab 79 sound. Turn it up, close your eyes now. Don't sleep on it. Yo, yo, this is my sound. It's that Lab 79 sound. Turn it up, close your eyes now. Don't fall asleep, don't sleep on it.
Of course, you know what a fuse is. It's a long piece of cord impregnated with gunpowder. When you strike a match and light it, it burns fitfully, sputteringly to its end, at which there is a little surprise.
They're looking at me like I've lost the plot. Dr. Spock, your head bursts like I popped the spot. Stop the clock, balls the weed when you spot the cops. If you floss a lot, these youths might rob your watch. If it costs a lot, you a big pussy ocelot. Shit in my pocket, got the whole place stinking like an Amsterdam coffee shop. Clear the room when I light the fuse. No time to snooze, fight or flight, no time to choose. Give a fuck if you don't like my views. I don't like lies, it seems they don't like the truth. Scare tactics on the news made to frighten you. Blowing up your mic and booth when I light the zoo. Crooked smile with a grimy tooth, I'm the truth. Fly the coop with a belly full of Irish soup. Only generals that I salute. COVID what, coronavirus who? Higher levels I aspire to. Setting fire to a guy or two. Fry a devil, high Hyde and Jekyll, try to settle, but I'm boiling over like a kettle. Rubble, dust and twisted metal. I'm a rebel, I rebel. Whackness I repel, my mind propels rhymes to the beat, hot enough to make iron melt. You man a pussy, don't come round with your vagina smell. Supreme clientele, am I in hell? Time will tell, I'm on the mic and I'm rhyming well. Ignite the fuse, then I light the L. Inhale the smoke, then I find myself sitting by myself, searching for what's hidden behind the shelf. You're out your depth like a cat trapped inside a well. If it's fake, I can kinda tell. You man a move slow like a snail, never grab the lion's tail. That's a bad choice, that's a poor move. Many times I spun the wheel of fortune in the courtroom. I got a short fuse, don't light it. If you do, and I explode, you won't like it. The ghost pirate, lighting matches under my hat. Stumbling back, fighting back, we're under attack. Brace for impact, check your face is intact. They can't replicate the syntax. From the lies I came to separate the grim facts. Dancing in the moonlight, in a feathered cape and tin hat. I have a theory that there may be a conspiracy. With words I paint the imagery, beats and rhymes the sacred synergy. Display greatness lyrically, love mirrors hate and war mirrors peace. What's for dinner, beef? Not again, the meat gets stuck in my teeth. You're still asleep, with your shirt tucked in your briefs. On this earth nothing is free, fuck the police. And every word that the government speaks, the covenant's breached. Bunch of racists like BMP. All that's missing is you, like CNT. About to blow like TNT.
You thought there was going to be a huge explosion, didn't you?
Reading about the butterfly effect.
What's the butterfly effect?
Every time a butterfly flaps its wings in Tokyo, this old granny in Salford gets a bilious attack.
What happens if a butterfly flaps its wings in Salford?
It's not the point.
Oh, is it not? So what happened? Were you bored?
No, I wasn't fucking bored. I'm never bored. That's the trouble with everybody. You're all so bored. You've had nature explained to you, and you're bored with it. You've had the living body explained to you, and you're bored with it. You've had the universe explained to you, and you're bored with it. So now you just want cheap thrills and like plenty of them, and it don't matter how tawdry or vacuous they are, as long as it's new, as long as it's new, as long as it flashes and fucking bleeps in 40 fucking different colours. Or whatever else you can say about me, I'm not fucking bored.
Yeah, alright.
So how's it all going for you?
It's a bit boring, actually.
Melancholic, bars are raw. Been a treacherous journey on this path I've walked. Missing teeth, toothless carnivore. These youths will start a war and forget what it started for. Life is fucked, there's just some shit I can't ignore. Mind corrupt, but my heart is pure. Are you sure? Getting more than you bargained for. Mr. Hawthorne, war-torn talking. Walk amongst the walking corpses. Drunk, throwing up nauseous. Be cautious, I see poor kids trying to get rich, but they might die trying. I'll probably die poor, but I'll die smiling. Leave the world with 2 sons and 3 daughters. When I'm done, bury me with an ounce and 3/4. Made it out the deep waters. Run in your mouth, keep talking. Each thought is blowing up like C-40s. Bombarding your fortress. My thoughts are distorted. I can be the life and soul of the party, or I can be awkwardly morbid. Call it what you wanna call it. Bipolar. Writing rhymes at 4 in the morning. Back on it like a relapsing junkie scoring. Collecting bars like a klepto hoarding. When did life get so boring? You get no warning. When it's over, it's over. I'm a stoner, smoke so much I'm sober. Smell the intense odor, the many faces of Mendoza. Interrogated by 10 soldiers. Your boy was spitting venom like 10 cobras. Snake in the grass with the police in handcuffs. Now your mates and your spars and your peeps are banged up. The parcel got sent over. Made it through the drama for now, but it ain't over. The end is getting closer. Remember what I told ya. No rewind, no forward and no pause. When you're born, the Lord press record. When I'm bored, the devil stress me more. Life is one take, I walk my own path in my own lane. Why you wanna test me for? No rewind, no forward and no pause. When you're born, the Lord press record. When I'm bored, the devil stress me more. Life is one take, I walk my own path in my own lane. Why you wanna test me for? I don't wanna be an old man with a comb over. Alone, comatose on my sofa. In front of the television, looking like Homer Simpson. I tried to share the wisdom with my oldest infant. I hope she listens. Trapped in a hopeless system. I was back of the race, now I'm in pole position. Keep the smoke consistent. See the world through broken vision. Right and wrong, do you know the difference? If your head says it is, but your heart says it isn't, it's probably a bad decision. Heading for a head-on collision, but I won't abort the mission. Keep testing me. Why you fucking with the recipe? There's poison in the medicine, it's fucking up the energy. I just wanna leave a legacy. The speech is therapy, the beat and melody, the secret remedy. My life on cassette, played on an old tape deck, and the only button that works is eject. Let the tape play, they say, when the sun shines, make hay. My favorite doom song is Strange Ways. Need to move on, find my place. Can't rewind the tape, stuck on back in the day. Graphing a train, strapping a J. Watching junglist, smoke cracking the rave. Chemicals hijacking your brain. The Lord works in miraculous ways. From the womb to the tomb, from the cradle to the grave. No rewind, no forward and no pause. When you're born, the Lord press record. When I'm bored, the devil stress me more. Life is one take, I walk my own path in my own lane. Why you wanna test me for? No rewind, no forward and no pause. When you're born, the Lord press record. When I'm bored, the devil stress me more. Life is one take, I walk my own path in my own lane. Why you wanna test me for? I write like I'm freestyling, freestyle like I wrote the shit. Stay authentic, keep the flows legit. Am I too old to spit? I wrote the script enshrouded in smoky mist. Life with no bonuses, a cold abyss. Everything that glitters ain't gold, like the snow you sniff. Flows are sick, I was surfing on sofas, one step away from homelessness. Roll a spliff, weed reference right on cue. I know you noticed it, so light 1, 2. Check the mic 1, 2, 3. Your mind whenever I come through. Haha, play the scene to the end. D.S.O.T with the M, solar eclipsing. My soul is existing in this vessel that it lives in. I'm thick-skinned, I don't know what these kids think. When they shivved him, the blood squirted like squid's ink. Certified sickening, the boy them nicked him. Now one youth's dead, the other youth's in prison. Who's the victim? They start off small and move to big things. My mood is switching, don't lose the vision. The truth was hidden behind superstition and euphemism. I revealed it in my verses, I doubt these youths will listen. If it's not about drilling, trapping or killing, I'm zoning out. I'll be back in a minute, soon as my head stops spinning, God willing. The plot thickens, the clock's ticking. Tell the fat lady to stop singing. It ain't over yet. Live life with no regrets. Don't forget, no respect for hoes and skets. Have some dignity. Walking in the rain, soaking wet. Got home and dry, broke the gret. Rolled ahead, hold the meds before I go to bed. In my dreams I see soldiers dead with holes in heads and broken necks. Know the steez, know the flex, or get chewed up like old cassettes. I'm overworked, underpaid, overstressed. Is this my destiny? Sometimes my emotions get the best of me. Let me breathe, play the beat and let me speak. Let me talk on it, give me more chronic. A lot of rappers chat pure bollocks, need more knowledge. False ideologies and poor logic, I'm bored of it, it's moronic. The beat dictates the content of my rhyme flow. I'm content with my life, bro. Where did the time go? I'm fucked if I know. I puff the hydro and watch the whole world go by slow, like I'm in a different time zone. I'm stoned, 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 stoned.
When death is dawning, I'm calling a truce and injecting sedatives on all of these crude negative thoughts that intrude and threaten me to lose my way, and then they'll be ruling a roost. I try to elucidate from too insane, but rejuvenate a dormant renewed aggression as illusions made me hallucinate, seeing these gremlins forming in twos. I'm pressing war that ensues within me, gizmos are trapped. I'm caught in abuse between the yin and the yang, the soft and the hard, though the McDojo detector will learn to stop the charade. But I'm locked behind bars as a culprit hides an antidote that smites the terminal rot in his heart and simmers down, a energy lost as a pulse will die as my limbs are bound, cause tension is locked in fascia trigger points in the joints. I'm connecting the dots to unify, cornea glean from the human eye as a future lies in this movement. I do so try to free the spine, but too much screen time and leave me computerized. But I realign, soaring through the mind's roof and the many flaws seen in the wounded psyche. As celebrities live and die, I never demystified the narcissism that half of us live in. It sees a vision our doubt will stop. I'm arisen as Galvatron, rebuilt and born again to kill all these browsing bots. But I'm confounded, shocked by the elitist singing of Gal Gadot. Imagine why they worship these pitiful clowns as gods. Raving they came here to face their fear so the crowd can watch. These words were underlaid by Shakespeare, saw the world as but a stage, and the men and women are now but props. As puppet groupies, Jim Henson strings that we now can swap. It must be comedy, I'm punching Dorothy, no I'm punching Judy, till she tells me where the wizard is found in Oz. For not playing their games, I'll be branded uncultured. I find that as I've got older, I'm straying away to dismantle these lies and shadowy cultures from these manic controllers. They say humanity's altered. In Plato's cave, I'm vandalizing their polkas, cause I am the beholder, Michelangelo sculptor with this mallet I'm holding to shatter their altars.
Yo, the dusty dreamer, crusty schemer, in an automatic rusty beamer. I don't trust the police much usually, searching for peace, love and unity, but all I see is fiends, drugs and lunacy, teen thugs and truancy. Plan A didn't work, so they're moving B. It's like a movie scene, a lucid dream on a computer screen. Manage, produce the beat, I produce the rhyme to make you nod your head and move your feet. Exclusively I move elusively, it's not like it used to be. If I get arrested by the cops, I refuse to speak. Who's the freak? The urban yeti on the mountain peak, 1,000 feet above sea level. Fly like falconry, twilight alchemy, hang you off the balcony like MJ's kid. Pussies chatting far, when you open up your mouth you queef. I like life without the grief. Half an ounce of cheese, half ounce of sour D's. Night night, I'm about to sleep. Apparently these rappers are parodies. I'm antisocial, you can't follow me. I check these pussies like gynecology. Don't question my authority. Savage ferocity, ragged philosophy, tragic atrocities. Across cities, I dotted all the I's and crossed the T's. Cops and thieves, you would not believe the hypocrisy. White rocks and B, jail time, lock and key. You will never be the boss of me. My heart's cold like the frost in meat. I smoke that frosty weed, remove your brain like lobotomies. The forgotten beast with rotten teeth, it's comedic. You man a comedian spitting comedy. Fuck your weak shit, you fucking Egypt. If you can see it with your eyes and hear it with your ears, believe it. Believe it.
What's in that tea? Psilocybin? LSD?
It's just tea. With a little honey.
What is that?
For a moment, you entered the astral dimension.
The night was frosty, the sky was black. I stay in the shadows, out of view from the eyes that watch me. How could you try to stop me? Missed the cue, the rhyme was offbeat. Surrounded by wolves, you're looking like a lost sheep. I tried to squash beef, you didn't wanna listen. That's why you lost teeth. Stop, thief. Trying to teeth my rhymes like I'm a ghostwriter. The flow's fire, burning up your whole cipher. Rolled a spliff up, reached in my pocket, no lighter. Stopped at the shop and bought a clipper. Stepped out the shop, sparking my spliff. The street bums were drinking liquor. On the wall near the park where they sit, must be payday, they didn't even ask for a quid. I stopped in the park for a piss, spliff hanging from my lip. Felt the buzz kicking in, my mind started to drift into the darkest abyss. Thinking that it must be hard for the kids. Mum don't let them see dad, but calm as a bitch. My mood started to switch, the temperature dropped. I zipped my coat all the way to the top, pulled my hood over my head and then I started to bop towards the train station. I reached the platform, my train was cancelled, it started raining. The moon looked chrome in the sky, unusually bright behind a black cloud, surrounded by stars in the background like tiny beams of light. I sat down under the shelter, watched a spider eat a fly, caught in the web trying to stay alive. I lost track of time, the next train arrived.
This is one of the most pleasant and exciting psychological changes which occurs. Dig, there's this little spot in your mind which tells you when something is funny, you know? And grass expands that little spot until that little spot takes over. Everything is funny.
Am I stoned or is it brain damage? 7 grams in my pocket stinking out the train carriage. Am I stoned or is it brain damage? 7 grams in my pocket stinking out the train carriage. Am I stoned or is it brain damage? 7 grams in my pocket stinking out the train carriage. Am I stoned or is it brain damage? 7 grams in my pocket, in my pocket. The train was ram, no seats, I had to stand. 7 grams in my pocket, half a spliff in my hand, stinking out the whole train carriage. Am I stoned or is it brain damage? Vision panoramic, I see everything, but hear nothing. Only the beat on repeat in my headphones. I write to it when I get home. Right now my mind is blank, can't think of shit. I just wanna get off this train with my stinking spliff. Couple more stops and that's me. Exit the turnstile and hit the back streets. The streets were eerily quiet. I sparked my lighter with the flick of the wrist, put the flame to the tip of the spliff and took a big toke. Stepped off, leaving a trail of thick smoke. I see the pigs go by cruising, looking out the window, I just kept it moving. Bumped into Ruben, he spent his whole life drug abusing. I ain't seen him in years, yo, where the fuck have you been? He said he's clean now, he stopped using. He just landed road, they rehoused him and he just moved in. He said he'd been through a few things. He didn't want to tell me cause the story was too grim. I said, what's good though? He said nothing much. Smelling the weed smoke, he looked at my spliff and he asked me to twos him. I gave him another bud, couple cigarettes and 2 skins. He asked me for a light, lit the gret then disappeared into the darkness of the night. Finally made it home, now I can write to this beat. Put the kettle on, make a cup of tea. Sat down and rolled a spliff up. Shit, Ruben stole my clipper. is it brain damage? 7 grams in my pocket stinking out the train carriage. Am I stoned or is it brain damage? 7 grams in my pocket stinking out the train carriage. Am I stoned or is it brain damage? 7 grams in my pocket stinking out the train carriage. Am I stoned or is it brain damage? 7 grams in my pocket, in my pocket.